Hello, today we're gonna be taking a look how you can use Reshade to make your games look better, and we're gonna take a look at Fsr 2.0 on Cyberpunk. So you open Reshade, you find the game that you wanna install the Reshade on. In my case, I wanna select Cyberpunk. You select the API the game uses. I think it's 11 or 12. I click next, I select all the presets here, all the packages. It's gonna take about a minute to install it, and after that we're gonna take a look how it looks inside the game with some of the presets. There's a lot of them, hundreds. We're gonna take a look how it looks, and we're gonna take separately a look at how Fsr 2.1 looks in Cyberpunk, because it had an update. Okay, so now the installation is complete. It says reset setup was successful. You press finish. Now we're gonna open Cyberpunk. I'm very excited for the reset because I tested it a little bit, and the performance, also the visual quality was much superior to the native resolution, which it's very interesting. Also the frame rate was a lot better. So here you can see on the top of my screen the reset is installed and it's loading. It's gonna take some seconds.
Good morning, Night City! Yesterday's body count lottery run.
So I'm gonna press continue.
Howdy, howdy, Night City. Welcome back. My guest tonight is Lieutenant Sarah Kokoski, spokeswoman for the NCPD. Hi there. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Ziggy. Thanks for having me.
I hope you made it to the studio without any issues. No carjackings or drop.
So here we're inside the game. Oh, it's lagging. Let me open the Messiah Afterburner very fast. Messiah Afterburner. So here we can see also the frame rate right now. We are at around 50s, 40s, 50s. So let's see the settings. We're playing at also let me at first show you the reset. So here we can skip the tutorial or continue. I'm gonna skip the tutorial, and here we put it on the other side. Here you can see basically all the presets, and I'm gonna show you how you can use some of them. Some of them are completely useless. I mean, they are not really that useful. So some of the presets I really like is AMD Fidelity effects for some games. It's a sharpening effect. You can also toggle it from here, and you can make it like way more sharpening, and it's gonna look like this. Very bad. I usually leave it or 1 or 2. I'm gonna leave it on 1. And there's some other presets. There's a clarity that makes everything look a little bit brighter. I'm just gonna go play around with some of the presets. I like the HDR one. Makes the scene a little bit more contrast rich, but it's a fake HDR preset. There's a lot of options from here to choose. There's also an SSAO preset, which it does work, right? It does work. As you can see, you can see here it adds SSAO to the game manually. There's some anti-aliasing effects, anti-aliasing, but yeah, as you can see, it makes the game maybe a little bit better. Yeah, it makes it a lot blurrier though. And you can also there's FXAA, SMAA, TAA, and CMAA, which I think they are a lot better to use. So that's all about it for Reshade. I'm not gonna use any settings for while playing. Now it's up to you when you install it to find out what you like and make your game hopefully look better without much performance drop. I'm now at 57, 59 frames. When I toggle some of the settings, I lose about 3 frames per second, and it makes the game look a little bit better. So it's up to you. So here we're gonna take a look now at the Fsr 2.1. Actually, I think we're on a locked frame rate. Yeah, we're on a locked frame rate. So I'm gonna unlock the frame rate. Give me a second. So now we're on unlocked frame rate, and we're getting around 60 frames, 55. Okay, let's set the presets. Reshade. The fidelity effects is set to quality, the Fsr. So we're gonna turn that off. We're gonna put, let me turn off motion blur. So here are my custom settings over here. I don't have a preset, so I'm gonna leave it like that because the game looks actually very good with those settings. I'm gonna maybe drop a little bit the ambient occlusion because it takes a lot of performance. Also, I'm gonna drop the mirror quality. So here we're gonna have medium shadows. Some of the settings are off. Here some of the settings, those are off because they take a lot of performance and they don't make the game look that good. Screen space reflection are low. I think they look fine. So here are the settings I'm gonna be using for now, and where super fidelity is off. So let's see the frame rate. Let me go into the car. Alright. Let me find a more easy place. No, right here. Car. Right. So right now I think I can see the. Right now I cannot really see the letters on the billboard. It's very hard, very hard. And we're getting around 49 frames per second, 49, 48, 49. So let's now enable the AMD fidelity effects and see where it gets us. We're gonna put it on quality. Image sharpening, I'm gonna leave it on 1, it doesn't really matter. So right now we're inside the game. I'm using the fidelity effects. The card writes a sign. I can clearly see what it says. So and we're also getting around from 48, I think, frames. I think it was 48. We're getting 62. So let me turn off the music right here. No station. Right. So we're getting around 10 to 14 more frames, and also the image looks a lot, I wouldn't say a lot better, but a little bit better. So we're very close to the 60 frames per second. Also, if you are gonna have a better processor than mine, because I have an old i5, you're gonna get a lot more better performance for this game because it's very CPU intensive. But the frame rate is pretty decent. It's around the 50s, 40s. Sometimes it's also hitting 60. I mean, if we're on the foot, it's always, I mean, I didn't notice any very major drops below the 50s when I'm on foot. It's mostly when I'm in cars. So that's about it. Let's see the signs right here. So you can see the signs here, also here. Now we're getting around 60 to 70, 72 frames, 69. Okay, let me turn that off. So now it's off, and now there's a big difference on the frame rate. We lost around 15 to 14 frames per second. And also the most noticed thing I noticed right now, the biggest thing is the signs below the big sign, the red sign. I can't really see what they're saying because the resolution is, I don't think the resolution, but the way the game renders, it doesn't really let me to read them. But when I enable FSR, let me enable it, we're getting more frames and it's a little bit clearer. I still cannot really read all of the red letters, but it's a lot better. So if you're gonna have a better CPU and you have this graphics card, the RX 480, I have the 8 GB version from Gigabyte. You're gonna get, I think, close to 60 frames per second stable experience if you have a better CPU. So this is all of it for today. Leave a like and comment to the video and subscribe if you want. See you next time.